Sir.
I heard it. What?
Yes, sir. Hey everyone, welcome back to the range. My name is Matt. Shooting paper can be pretty boring at times. The best way to spice up your day at the range is to shoot some steel targets. I have some 3/8 thick AR500 targets from RMA to check out today. RMA Armament is known for their high quality, budget friendly body armor, and at the beginning of 2021, I think that's when it was, they started to offer some steel gong targets because they had purchased a water cutting table, so they had a water jet, so they were cutting out steel, and they offered some of these for us to review. They have multiple different sizes. I think the smallest is a 4-inch and the largest is 12-inch. We have the 6-inch, the 10-inch, and then the 8-inch here. They are AR500 steel. Generally, when shooting steel targets, I've been shooting pistols at these at about 25 to 15 yards with pretty good results. When you get into your rifle calibers, 5.56, you definitely want to go back to 100 yards. And then even some of the big stuff that I've shot at this, I've shot .338 Lapua at this at 100 yards. We have had a little bit of dimpling with it at 100, and then 200 yards would probably be a safe bet for your larger Magnum calibers. Our target stand that we have here was actually built by my old man. I think it's slightly overkill for what we had planned. You probably could put more than 3 targets on here, but we've got plenty of distance between our targets here. We've got some heavy duty hardened chain that we're using to hang these from, so when your bullet hits them, it can push them back and disperse some of that energy. I've got some close-ups of the 4x4s on the side from all the fragments that you can see from shooting these practically all summer long. The only damage that I've done to these plates was when I tested the 8mm Mauser SMK-H with the tungsten core. I was at 100 yards and I actually put a hole straight through our 10-inch target here. These do come painted white from RMA. The batch that I have here was a prototype set, so I think they just have a standard enamel painting on them. My kid painted little smiley faces on them to resemble bears, so that made him very happy. Overall, there's not a whole lot to say about steel targets. They're either going to work or they're not going to work, and in this case, they work just fine. I would say the one advantage that RMA targets have over somebody else's is they're not using a laser or plasma cutter to cut out the targets. They're using a water jet, so you're not transferring any extra heat to this particular piece of steel after it's already been heat treated, so it's going to remain a good hardness throughout the entire section of the plate. Well, it's time for me to make like a treat and leaf. I've got some body armor to test today. At the end of all my videos, I take a moment to thank all those who help make these possible. Number 1 is my Patreon supporters. Number 2 is RMA Armament, who sent me these steel gongs for me to review with no strings attached. And of course, number 3 is you all for watching. Until next time, I'll catch you at the range. SS-197 first, followed by SS-198. Quite the sparks from our SS-198. Let's see if we can do some quote-unquote rapid fire on our 10-inch down there. I'll see if I can catch it swinging. I really wish I had more than 200 yards. And now I got it stuck up on the beam. Awesome. Number one is my Patreon support. Number two is RMA Armament, who sent me these plates to destroy.